In class, the teacher's head suddenly explodes, and in his place appears a terrifying Daruma doll. The doll begins a deadly game. Anyone who moves from their spot will have their head blown off. Shun is shocked by what he's seeing. He remembers his prayer, but this was no miracle. It was a nightmare. One by one, his classmates are killed. The doll spins around, singing a strange song, and whoever moves is instantly killed. Seeing the massacre, the students panic and scream in terror. Shun's friend calls it a game of death and points out a button on the back of the Daruma doll, saying that pressing it might save them. A student tries to reach for it, but the doll stares at him and his head explodes. Shun notices that there's also a timer next to the button. Only 1 minute left. Panicking, the remaining students start to move, and the doll kills them all mercilessly. Soon, only Shun and his friend are left. His friend tells him there are only 30 seconds remaining and urges him to jump on the doll and press the button. Shun hesitates, terrified, but seeing the clock tick down, he agrees. He leaps at the Daruma doll, presses the button, and knocks it over. The two celebrate, thinking they've won, but then the Daruma doll kills Shun's friend. It tells Shun that only the person who pressed the button survives. Everyone else must die. Shun is heartbroken that his friends died for nothing. When he steps outside, Shun meets his friend Ichika, who has already survived her own class's game. He learns that this deadly game has spread throughout the entire school. They try to call the police, but there's no signal and all escape routes are blocked. Eventually, they reach a large hall where winners from other classes have gathered, most of them dressed in mouse costumes. On the floor, the words "The Cat's Magic" are written. Suddenly, the ground shakes and a giant robotic cat doll appears. It begins devouring students one by one. Shun finds a ball and notices a basketball hoop attached to the cat's neck. He realizes that if they can throw the ball into the hoop, they might win. A basketball player tries, but the cat blocks him and kills him. Ichika falls and the cat moves to eat her, but Shun, wearing a mouse costume, distracts it. He discovers that the cat can talk to people wearing the mouse outfits. The cat complains that its back itches and says it won't harm whoever scratches it. The cat falls asleep. Shun suggests throwing the ball into the hoop to win, but the others are afraid that, just like in the Daruma doll game, only the thrower might survive. They start arguing, waking the cat, which attacks them. To confuse it, Shun and Ichika throw two balls, one with a bell, one regular. They come close to winning, but Shun misses his shot. With only 2 seconds left, a strong boy named Amaya risks his life and throws the bell ball into the hoop. They win. The cat doll declares Shun, Ichika, and Amaya the winners. Everyone else is killed. Amaya tells Shun that God is behind all this, and only the strongest survive. Ichika disagrees, saying that Shun is smarter, stronger, and kinder than Amaya. Amaya grows furious. Then the cat doll releases knockout gas, and everyone loses consciousness. Chaos spreads across the city. Inside a floating cube, Shun wakes up and finds his childhood friend Takumi beside him, along with a few other survivors. A screen appears. Find the keys, only then can you escape. 4 wooden dolls emerge and explain the next game's rules. The players must sit blindfolded, and when the dolls stop spinning while singing, they must name the doll standing behind them, give the wrong name, and die. The first player, a brilliant boy, answers wrong and is killed. Then a girl fails to respond in time. She's killed too. Now only Shun and Takumi remain. Shun is chosen. The dolls circle him, singing, then stop and ask for the name. Shun stays silent, and a voice says, "Time's up." The doll behind him says, "Prepare to die." Shun hears its name and quickly says it out loud. The dolls laugh, saying it's too late, but Shun reveals that the "Time's up" sound came from his phone. He had recorded the previous players' voices to trick them. He still had time left. He says the correct name and wins. The 4 dolls explode. Taking the keys, Shun and Takumi move on. They meet another boy being chased by a terrifying doll. He asks them to hold his hand so it can't harm them. Ichika arrives, and together they enter another room where 2 more boys are waiting. They learn that 7 keys are needed to open the door, but they only have 4. Soon, Amaya arrives with 3 more keys. He's holding another boy's hand, but as soon as he enters, he kills him. After inserting all 7 keys, a voice commands, "Change your clothes." Once they do, they advance to the next stage. Outside, it's revealed that the entire game inside the cube is being streamed live online. All 7 survivors enter an icy room where a huge white bear is waiting. The bear explains that to win, they must answer questions. Wrong answers mean death. The first question, what is your favorite food? Everyone answers, but the bear says someone is lying. After some thinking, they realize it's the boy who was chased by the doll. He insists he's telling the truth, but the bear kills him. Next question, how many of you like Shun? Ichika, Amaya, and Takumi say yes. The other two say no. Again, the bear says someone is lying. Shun argues that these are simple questions. How could anyone lie? The bear says that one of them is secretly its ally, lying to cause their defeat. They accuse Takumi, but Shun defends her, saying she's his childhood friend. No one believes him. Time is running out, so they name Takumi as the liar. Takumi tearfully insists she's innocent and that she truly likes Shun, but everyone ignores her. The bear kills her brutally. Then they notice no blood flows from Takumi's body. They realize she was the bear's accomplice, probably a robot, not human. Shun figures it out and points at the bear. The real liar is you. You wanted to make us fight each other. Hearing this, the white bear turns black. They win again, but Shun is devastated that 2 innocent people died in the process. The 5 remaining players reach the final stage. The dolls appear, praising them and explain that this game will be played among themselves. One will become the devil, and the other 4 must hide. If the devil finds all 4 and kicks a box, he wins and the rest die. But if, before the devil catches them, any untouched player kicks the box, that player dies, and the other 4 survive. In other words, the kicker must sacrifice themselves for everyone else. They draw sticks. Amaya becomes the devil. The game begins. Amaya places the box somewhere and starts searching. The others hide. Amaya quickly finds 2, beats them, and locks them up. Shun and Ichika also hide, but Amaya finds them too. Ichika sacrifices herself to protect Shun, allowing Amaya to capture her. He tells Shun, I don't need to find you. I've already caught 3. Stay hidden. Don't come out. Shun faces a terrible choice. Either save the others by kicking the box and dying himself, or stay hidden and let them die. Ichika pleads, I know you're kind, but don't worry about us. Don't come out. But Shun emerges wearing armor. Amaya laughs. Did you come to defeat me with that armor? All I need is to remove your helmet and say your name. Then I win. Amaya manages to take off Shun's helmet. Shun tells him that he didn't wear the armor to fight him, but to stop him. Armored Shun dives into the water. Since he's chained to Amaya, Amaya is pulled in too. Shun escapes the armor but is badly injured. Amaya uses all his strength to break the chain and runs away. Shun also runs, determined to kick the box first. He reaches it before Amaya and kicks it, winning the game. Everyone worries that Shun will die now, but the box doesn't explode, and Shun survives. The dolls appear and explain that the explosion was a lie. It was a test to find a selfless person with a pure heart who cares for others. They declare all of them winners. The city celebrates, and the dolls give them ice cream, saying they can now return to normal life. Everyone rejoices. While eating ice cream, they notice something written on their sticks, a mark showing who won and who lost. To their shock, only Shun and Amaya are true winners. The dolls say that only those with both strength and good luck can survive. Traits Shun and Amaya share. The remaining 3, including Ichika, are killed. They name this final round the Game of Luck. Amaya is overjoyed, but Shun is devastated. Finally, they are brought out of the cube. The public calls them legends. Shun, however, feels no pride, only anger. He becomes an atheist, believing that God has taken everything from him, his friends, his classmates. But the dolls tell him, you are wrong. God exists. Then a final secret is revealed. The homeless man who had once fixed a broken radio was actually the mastermind behind everything. He was the one who organized the entire game. Shun glares at him in fury. The film ends there.